Hi, my name is Maddie, and I also am just trying to get back into good and healthy habits. Before I got pregnant, and during my pregnancy, I really was like killing it on the like nutrition and health train. And 5 weeks postpartum, the struggle is real. I'm not gonna lie, the struggle is real. I eat cereal a lot of mornings, and before this, I hadn't had cereal in over a year since before my no added sugar challenge. I used to have like cereal used to have a chokehold on me because I ate very healthy and cereal was like my dessert. But I gave it up when I adapted a Mediterranean diet, all in the name of fertility. And you know what? It worked because my little bundle of joy is currently napping. I got my finger over his head so y'all don't see. Look at him. He looks like a little parcel. Regardless, we are trying to get slowly but surely, we're dipping our toe back into good habits, exercise, etc. And I thought this video would also be a good time to talk about how much weight I gained in pregnancy. And I'm gonna be real, there's a lot of like stigmatism. That's what happens to your eye, matey. There's a lot of like stigma against like, God have mercy. Why does that not seem like the right word? Not to be confused with ligma. Okay. There's a lot of commentary in the zeitgeist when it comes to how much weight women should gain in pregnancy and what's considered healthy and not healthy and blah, blah, blah. My doctors were never concerned, but yeah, I gained weight in pregnancy. And if anybody comes here, yeah, my subscribers are really great, but if some rando comes here and is like, you gained way too much weight, what the hell, you fat bastard, get out of here, you're not welcome. Regardless, Jesus, we've gotten off topic. I am going to be doing just a little walking challenge for like a week, maybe 10 days. And at the end, we're going to see if I lose any weight by doing it. Seems simple enough. I will be walking 1 mile a day. There is no criteria. There's no speed criteria. There's nothing. It's just walk a mile a day. Walk a mile in my shoes a day. Now, I will say I wonder how this video is going to look because for the most part, this challenge will take place indoors, indoors, indoors.
Indoors, indoors, indoors.
But yeah, it will be taking place on my walking pad, and I'm gonna be real as the streets. Today's day 2 of the challenge. I didn't film this intro yesterday. Yesterday I was vlogging. How do I put this? I'm scared of this walking pad. I got it during a Black Friday sale right before or right around the time I got pregnant. And I used it a fair amount. However, whenever I was pretty heavily pregnant, I was in the 3rd trimester. Zelda, my damn cat, was kept pawing at it as I was walking on it, which was strange because he had never shown interest. But of course, when I set it down today, both cats showed interest. Regardless, pawed at it, I looked down too long, lost my footing, and fell while heavily pregnant. Had to go to the hospital and get monitored, and the nurse, doctor, I forget who, was like, no more walking pad for you. Walking pads are great for like being able to exercise and like they're compact. You can stand them up and put them away, but they don't have, you know, like handlebars, no handlebars. Like a treadmill, they don't have something to hold on to. So because when you're pregnant, your center of gravity is off, you're more likely to fall. And I know I'm not pregnant anymore, but like I'm just irrationally afraid. I just am. And I'm sorry, I just am. So, because the depths of hell have opened up in the South, and it is currently August, I will be doing most of this challenge on the walking pad. I did do day 1 outside yesterday because it was 80 degrees, and even then, it was hot, okay? It was hot. But, yeah, we have no goal. We're just going to walk a mile. I'll probably try to pick up the pace. We're going to go a little slow today because, like I said, I'm just afraid of it. I'm scared. Mom, help. All right, I've rambled long enough. Let's do some walking. Okay, that was not bad. Like I said, I was a little afraid the whole time I was doing it, but not too shabby. I am sweaty, as you might can see. I'm not out of breath though. Like I said, we took it slow, walked 2.5 miles per hour. It takes a long time to walk a mile and 2.5 miles per hour. I didn't know. But again, I was just afraid the whole time. As you can see, I'm watching Keith Eats Everything at Cracker Barrel, Try Guys video. And the reason being, I normally don't like to watch these because they make me really hungry and not for anything healthy. But the video I was watching finished and the remote was like still technically in reach, but I didn't want to like stop because if I stop, it gets rid of my stats. Cause I mean, this thing was like $80 on Black Friday and I didn't want to stop. So I ended up watching this. And as I expected, now I'm hungry, but regardless, yeah, feeling good, sweaty, about to pump. Maybe it'll make my pump better because I don't know. I feel like anytime anybody has a problem, somebody's like, well, exercise, that'll make it better. So maybe my pumping, sorry, somebody who doesn't know what I'm talking about will think I mean like pumping iron. I mean like pumping to get boob milk out. Human milk. Okay. I'm going to wipe off my sweat. I'm embarrassed at how sweaty I am for just walking. I think the vent above the damn thing where I was walking is closed. God dang it. All right, onward to day 3.
While I was getting stroked on, waiting to go in.
Yeah.
That fucking song started playing in my head. I'm like, man, time.
Oh no.
Time to play.
You were afraid I was gonna die?
I mean, you never know.
Yeah, it's true.
Plants die in childbirth.
No, it's true. Okay, welcome to the outro, and if you can hear my AC vent, I'm so sorry. I normally shut it off to film because the camera/mic does pick up on it. However, I shut it off half an hour ago, and it's still going. So that's something to call the landlord about. I mean, I rent, but I'm always afraid that when I call my landlord, he's going to be like, hey, I haven't raised your rent in a while. Does anyone else have that irrational fear? Just me? Okay. Regardless, I really wanted to use this video as a chance to talk to you guys about, you know, my weight gain and whatnot throughout pregnancy, but I wanted more going on in the video that wasn't just me sitting down and talking, because I've like kind of inundated you guys with a lot of that, so real sorry about that. I hope you'll forgive me. Having said that, I do want to talk about this challenge. It wasn't much of a challenge. Really, the purpose of this was to get me back in the habit of moving my body, prioritizing myself, even for a brief amount of time. Yeah, just building healthy habits. And I did not diet in any way, shape, or form. There were definitely days where I could have eaten a little more, but, you know, just there's a lot going on. It's hard to remember to, like, take care of yourself when you have a little one. I'm gonna be real. And then there were also days where I ate plenty and like gorged myself. I'm gonna be real, having to basically be on a low carb diet for the last 12 weeks of my pregnancy. Yeah, we always have ice cream in the house currently. I will eventually like free myself of the chokehold that Bluebell ice cream has on me, but it's difficult, it's hard. But overall, I enjoyed the challenge. It was just an easy breezy walking challenge. And it turns out I should have checked the weather before filming this intro, because the depths of hell in the south closed up, at least temporarily, and it was actually pleasant, and I was able to walk outside. I'm shook. So that was nice. But without further ado, let's get into how much weight I gained in pregnancy. Now, I mentioned earlier in the video, like, that I was kind of on it with, you know, like, nutrition and stuff during pregnancy, but I'm realizing now that's not really true. Like, first and second trimester, I just kind of, first trimester, I was a little more careful. Second trimester, I definitely was eating more. First trimester, I was just kind of surviving, so I ate a lot of carbs and things. And then final trimester, I was on a lower carb diet, but I was not counting calories in the slightest. So the last time you guys saw me step on the scale on this channel, I weighed 191 pounds. I'm 5'2", so that's technically overweight. but like according to BMI and whatnot. But at the beginning of 2024, your girl weighed 250 pounds. So 191, I mean, we're rocking and rolling as far as I'm concerned with that. Like, I'm impressed with myself, if I do say so, myself. Weighed 191 pounds, got pregnant, stopped dieting, didn't even look at the scale unless I was at the doctor's office. And so I stepped on the scale at the beginning of this week, and I weighed... So that is about 40 pounds, a little less, a little shy of 40 pounds, I believe. Is my mathing? Yes. So I gained about 40 pounds in pregnancy, 30 and some change. And if any, like, my regulars are always really wonderful, but if any strangers come by the channel and they're like, oh, what the heck? I don't, you know, I'm not gonna say an expletive, but you know what you can go do. No, I'm sorry. I just don't care. I just don't. It's fine. In my mind, there is no shame in my game because I grew a human person and I am proud of that. And whatever I was doing worked because here he is here and he's healthy and everything. So we are good. But, you know, 230 pounds, that's a lot on my 5'2" frame. And I really did like how I felt like I was in pretty good shape before I got pregnant. And I do want to get back to that. I do. And maybe even lose a little more weight, which, you know, I feel like it's going to be real slow to come off once we hit that point, but I don't care. Your girl just wants to be in good shape. I want to live long. I want to live long and I want to prosper. All right. Sleep deprivation is a hell of a thing. I feel like I'm extra weird in this video. But I did weigh myself at the end of doing this challenge. And I didn't follow a diet this week, so I wasn't really sure what to expect. But I was pleasantly surprised to see that I lost like a little over 2 pounds from very minimal effort. I do breastfeed. They say that you burn 20 calories for every ounce. I am an undersupplier, so I only pump about 10 ounces a day. Yeah, so, that's 200 calories. That's a snack. So if I'm gorging myself, which some days I did, and some days I barely ate anything, balance, that's not going to stop me from gaining weight. Let's just be real. Regardless, I was kind of shook to see that I had lost some weight. I was happy. But I hope you guys come along with me as I start to ramp up and do more challenges and kind of get back to the roots of this channel. I don't really know what my next challenge is going to be. I don't know how people feel about jump roping, but I'm both dreading and excited to do another jump rope challenge because I really think it helped me with my running. I don't plan to run this fall because I really just feel like I would be miserable right now. I feel like I got to get my endurance back up. But I do plan to run in the spring, and so I want to do some cardio things. So if there's anybody you want me to try, you know, holla at your girl. People have recommended Sydney Cummings. People have recommended her. I need to get around to it. I got pregnant right when I was gonna do one of her challenges, so yeah, I gotta give her a go at some point. But yeah, okay. Well, that is all I've got for you guys. As usual, if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, because the YouTube wizards love that stuff for the growth of my channel. I didn't bring my megaphone in because the whole AC thing was really distracting and a little distressing. But other than that, I will see you guys in a later video. Bye! Bye.